Today we're going to walk through how to add a sticky back to top button to your website using 3 languages: HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. HTML for the markup to create the button, CSS to style the button and have it match your brand, and JavaScript to make it work and define the behaviors of the button. So let's get started. This is going to be your sticky back to top button. You can see that we've added a CSS class called Top Link and are using some simple JavaScript to make it work. Besides an SVG, you could also use an image file or font icon to create the button. The last really important piece you'll find in the HTML is this line. This is critical for users operating with screen readers and will improve the accessibility of your WordPress site. Think of it like an alt tag for an image, but for your scroll to top button. Now let's talk more about that CSS class, Top Link. We're using this to style up the button, and it's where you'll define qualities such as how big it will be, how much padding should be around it, the color, etc. A couple important pieces from this snippet. This controls how fast your button will appear or disappear on the screen, and this is what makes the button stick to the location you want it to. Next, you'll see the rules for show and hide. We'll use JavaScript to switch between these classes in order to tell the browser when the button should or shouldn't appear on the page. But before we get into JavaScript, there are just a few more lines we'll add to the CSS. These will stylize the SVG images for the arrow itself and tell the browser how to display the button when a user hovers over it. Finally, we'll add some CSS to hide the text that says back to top for screen readers. Now onto the JavaScript. We're going to do this without loading jQuery, which will help keep our code lightweight and quick to load. The first variable will help the browser find the button. Next, we'll create a function that shows the scroll to top button if the user scrolls beyond the height of the initial window. We'll also add an event listener, which will watch as the user scrolls, so we know where they're at on the page. We're almost done. We just need to define the function that makes the button actually take the user back to the top of the page. To do that, we'll create a variable for the number of pixels we are from the top of the page. If that number is greater than 0, the function will set it back to 0, taking us to the top. We'll also add a little animation here, so the jump isn't too sudden. Last but not least, we just need to tell the page to run that function when someone clicks our sticky back to top button. You did it! Now you have a fully functioning sticky back to top button on your site. For more CSS tips and tutorials, go to getflywheel.com/layout.